Hello friends, I welcome you once again to mathematics lecture series. We are discussing argument of a complex number. Okay, in this lecture I'll be telling you about principal value of a complex number or principal value of the argument. Principal value of the argument. Okay, in the previous lecture I told you that argument of a complex number is nothing but the angle that the complex number makes with the positive direction of x axis taken anti-clockwise on the argand plane. Okay, so suppose there is a complex number z. This is the x-axis, y-axis, and this point is a comma b. So essentially z is equal to a plus ib, and I'm asking you the argument of the complex number. You can say that the argument is this angle theta that you're making with the positive direction of x-axis. Interestingly, if I turn around once and then come back to this point, this is also going to be the argument of the complex number, because you are essentially turning by 2 pi and then again turning by theta, and 2 pi is the period of trigonometric function sine and cos. So this is again going to be the argument, and you can further repeat it. So if you are turning around, let us say n times, where n is a natural number, that will also be the argument of the complex number. Okay, so how to differentiate? There can be infinite arguments for a complex number. So that's why we introduce the concept of principal value of the argument. Principal value essentially says that whatever argument you are getting, it should be between pi and minus pi. Okay, because if you start from minus pi means you are moving in the clockwise direction. So you are starting from here, this is minus pi, and start turning anti-clockwise direction. You come here, this is 0, and then again you turn, and finally this is pi. So you are making a complete circle, so you are able to cover all the angles. You are covering all the 4 quadrants. Okay, so any argument of a complex number can be expressed as an angle that lies between minus pi to pi, and this is known as the principal value of the argument. So this is essentially to remove the confusion of rotations. You can make n number of rotations and the argument will still be correct, but the principal value will be 1. Principal value is unique and it will be 1. Okay, let's take example once again. Suppose, let's take the example that we took in the previous lecture, 1 plus I, 1 minus I, minus 1 plus I, minus 1 minus I, and we want to find, in the previous lecture we found the argument. This time we'll find the principal value of above complex numbers. Okay, so let's start. First is 1 plus I. Obviously we know that argument of this complex number is tan inverse b by a, which is equal to tan inverse 1 by 1 tan inverse 1 pi by 4, and b is also positive, a is also positive, so it should lie in the first quadrant, and we are getting an angle in the first quadrant, pi by 4, and pi by 4 also lies between minus pi to pi. So this is the principal argument, principal value. Second, 1 minus I. Now if you see, b is negative and a is positive, so this is essentially fourth quadrant. Okay, and solving it, we'll get tan inverse b by a, tan inverse of minus 1, and last, if you remember, we were getting two angles, one in the second quadrant 3 pi by 4 and another in the fourth quadrant 7 pi by 4. And I told you we will not take the second quadrant value because b is negative and a is positive, so the angle should be in the fourth quadrant. So we got 7 pi by 4. But 7 pi by 4 is greater than pi. So this is the argument of complex number 1 minus I, but this is not the principal value. For principal value, this should lie between minus pi to pi by 4. So what to do? If you draw the complex number, it will be like this: fourth quadrant, 1 minus 1. Okay, this angle will be pi by 4. So what we are essentially doing is we are taking this angle. So instead of doing this, I can take this angle also. We are rotating in the clockwise direction. So instead of saying plus pi by 4, we'll say minus pi by 4. So either you say 7 pi by 4 or you say minus pi by 4 because you're turning clockwise. Both are the same thing, minus pi by 4. And minus pi by 4 lies between pi and minus pi. Okay, so principal value of this complex number is minus pi by 4. We will not say 7 pi by 4. We will say minus pi by 4. Okay, let's take another third example. Minus 1 plus I. Now b is positive, a is negative. So this lies in the second quadrant. If you will solve, you will get tan inverse minus 1 again. So you can have two values, 3 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. But this lies in the fourth quadrant. So in the previous lecture, we found that 3 pi by 4 is the argument for this complex number. Does 3 pi by 4 lies between minus pi to pi? Yes. 3 pi by 4 is 135 degree and pi is 180 degree. So 3 pi by 4 is between this. So this is also the principal value. Okay. Fourth, minus 1 minus I. B is negative, A is also negative. So this is third quadrant. Tan inverse minus 1 upon minus 1. This is tan inverse 1. So either it can be pi by 4 or 5 pi by 4. But this cannot be pi by 4 because this is in the first quadrant and we should get an answer in the third quadrant. So we receive 5 pi by 4. This is the argument. But is this the principal value? No, because 5 pi by 4 is greater than pi. So what to do? Again the same thing. If this is the plane, this is the complex number, we are saying this is 5 pi by 4. So instead of doing this, let me rotate like this. This will be what? Minus of 2 pi minus 5 pi by 4, because this entire circle is 2 pi. This particular value is 5 pi by 4. So this value will be 2 pi minus 5 pi by 4. Okay, so this will be 3 pi by 4 and we are putting a negative sign because we are moving in clockwise direction. So we will get minus 3 pi by 4. And this lies between pi and minus pi. So the principal value is minus of 3 pi by 4. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Let me give you the general expression of finding the correct answer. Okay, suppose the point lies in the first quadrant, then the principal value is tan inverse mod b upon a. If the point lies in the second quadrant, then the principal value is given by tan inverse of b by a and we subtract it from pi. Just remember these things. I'll explain to you how we got this, but right now just note it down. If it is third quadrant, then tan inverse of b by a and I subtract pi from it. And if it is the fourth quadrant, then principal value is tan inverse of b by a and minus. Just use these formula in the example of 1 plus I minus 1 plus I, 1 minus I, and minus 1 minus I, and just see. So each time we will get tan inverse mod b by a is 1.